All right, so I'm going to do an art room tour. Basically, the art room studio is in my bedroom. We have a little alcove, and I've put curtains up, and you can see you just sort of go in. So let's go on in, and I'm going to show you my camera setup that I just got. All right, so here's the light that I use, and I can adjust which 3 lights I use, and I can move them up or down as needed. And you'll see there's some shelves behind some of that school supplies. I teach school, and the first shelf that's behind the camera is got some extra paint, some scrapbook paper, my gesso, just things that I want to reach up. I really like this drawer back here from a desk organizer that I keep all my craft paints in, because I can just stand up and reach what I need very quickly, and I kind of organize them by color. But this is the important thing that everybody was curious about. It's called an ALZO, A-L-Z-O, horizontal camera mount tripod. And basically, this is the part that I bought, and I paid about $45, $50 for it. It's a clamp. There's a mini clamp that clamps on, and I have it clamped onto my tripod. Now, I could actually clamp this on to the lamp that I just showed you, to the side or the side of a bookshelf. It doesn't have to. I just clamped it onto my tripod because that's what I had, and that gives me the ability to lower and raise the boom pretty easily. Now, it also, if you look at the other side, it also adjusts so that I can adjust it in and out. You can see some of the marks as I moved it out, and I kind of figured out where I needed it over my desk. And you can sort of see that I have it positioned over, just center over my desk. Now, I tend to work right, it's really hard to film and hold your hand. I tend to work right here on the edge where I've put the scissors. So when I had the camera on the regular tripod, I was always falling out of frame and not realizing it because I was busy doing the art. And this allows me to just get dead center. As long as I have the camera centered to begin with, then it works. All right, and the other thing, the rest of the art room, is I have another table from IKEA that's back here where I have my silhouette, my laptop, my printer, and then down below that I have a 3-drawer and some of my stencils, so you can see all my cords dangling today. But I have paints in here, stamps, extra paper, and I can reach down and grab stuff right there when I'm working. All right, then I have another shelf back here. Most of this is finished work that's bagged and ready for an art show, things I need when I go to an art show. And then I have another drawer organizer, and this one has tools in the top drawer, sewing stuff in the second, and some of my bigger items in the third one. And then I can also store on top of it boxes for shipping. This is the main shelf, and it's going to be hard to get a picture of it. Let me kind of back out. On top of it, I just have scrapbooks and other stuff stored. But on the top shelf, I have a set of children's encyclopedias that I got for $5 at a flea market, a dictionary that I work in, a couple art books that I use for when I teach art. Then this shelf is where I kind of keep canvases that aren't being used already, paper. Still have a few more boxes. This is all, like, I turn around in my chair, and this is all what I can reach within my hand. So this is my 6x6 paper pads that I can pull out, my napkins that I've been jelly printing. This is all my scrapbook paper, and I pull it out and just kind of dig through it like a file. It's not organized. This bin right here it's actually got a wire basket in it. And in the wire basket, I usually keep things that I'm working on with my jelly prints. And then below, it's all of my ephemera pieces that are cut out and stacked or that I found. And then I have a box here that I keep all my tissue, patterns, napkins that I'm using. And that just sort of slides back. And then I have a couple of these. It's just a little carry-all, and in it I've got some of my stencils, some of my stamps that I use a lot when I'm jelly plating, and I can just grab. A lot of times they end up here on the floor, kind of stretched out, laying out, so I can kind of just reach down and grab what I want. The other ones that I keep are right in here. So I have a big window, but I don't keep it open very often. And then what I added to the end of the table was I added some little shelf organizers just to give myself another layer. So like down below this shelf, I keep my brayer and my 3x5 jelly. And then on top of it, wet wipes, water. I have another large jar, Mod Podge. Then on the tabletop itself, I have some germicide out because I was cleaning my jelly plate. I've got some various containers with brushes and pens and pencils, tools that I use, Sharpie markers, my scrapbooking scissors, and then the mail organizer that I bought. And this has all my pip markers that I use and some of the other markers and my ink pads that I use down here. And that's all right within hand's reach. This is especially important when I'm painting the ladies that I paint, because I can just reach up and grab, and they're now being stored horizontally, where before they weren't being stored horizontally. And then the walls and the sides of the shelves are just covered with canvases, just as a way to store. That's my art room, and that's the new camera setup. So thanks for watching.